So it's the middle of winter and I'm already thinking open water. Yeah, I like to ice fish, but this is what gets me going. So I got all my offshore stuff laid out in front of me here. As you can see, it's a whole bunch of stuff. It's anything from guppy weights to planer boards to snaps, a little bit of everything. You know, the offshore is just not a planer board company. They've got a whole bunch of different products that you can use to help you catch fish. And what we're going to do here is we're going to kind of create a mini series that helps you guys understand more about what offshore has to offer. From the small planer boards, the mini planer board, to the medium sized ones, all the way up to the mag size. We're going to kind of go through everything, help you guys learn more about the stuff, and also how to use it and why we use it in certain situations. Not every planer board has its uses at certain times, so that's why we want to kind of give you guys more information so that you're comfortable going out there and using these things and having confidence that you're actually doing the right things while you're trying to fish. So this isn't going to be a ton of like action and stuff like that. It's going to be more so informational, dry stuff, but we're going to show you how to set stuff up so that you guys can go out there and catch more fish with the offshore tackle stuff. Alright, so the first planer board that I'm actually going to talk about is the newest planer board. It's the smallest. It's the OR38 mini planer board. This thing, I was real leery of it at first, but the more and more I use these things, the more and more applications I find that this thing's extremely useful. Not only can you catch, you know, walleyes or northerns or whatever it may be on your planer boards, but now crappies, sunfish, perch, I mean, whatever you want to troll for, these boards are what you can use. They're super easy, super effective, and great ways to catch fish. The first thing I'm going to kind of do here is do a real quick setup on how to set up the OR38. It's unique in how it's built compared to, you know, the OR12 or the 37. In that it can be used for either side of the boat. You know, these planer boards are either set up for the right or the left side of the boat, you know, depending on what you want to order them for. But these, the OR38s, are pretty unique. So they've got this little black tab, and I'll do some close-ups of this stuff so that you guys can see this. But it's real simple. Goes into this slot right here, and depending on which side of the boat you want to run it on, the starboard or the port, you just simply push this in, and you just kind of pull it tight. And it's a little tight at first, but once you hear it snap in like that, you know it's good to go. So this one, I'll obviously run off my left side of my boat. If I want to run one now off the right side of my boat, all I simply have to do is take this little black clip and push it through the other way, pull, and you'll hear that snap again. And now you have one for the other side of the boat. Now the great thing about this is that, let's say you want to change this board. Real basic, real easy. You take a pliers and you simply pinch down on this, push it back out. I'll show you guys a quick shot of that and how it's going to work here in 1 second. So that's the very first step of how to set up the OR38. So choose which side of the boat you want to run it on and then go from there. So now the second step of setting up this mini board is real basic. You get these little split rings per se, keychains, however you want to describe it. And then you get a bunch of red clips. Now these red clips go in the back of the board. And you'll see that once you split them open, there's a little post in there that you'll see why we use that here coming up. But it's real basic. All you have to do is split this key ring thing right here. You slide it onto the back hole of the red clip. Then this simple, real basic, this hole right in the back here, you just slide that split ring right through there. So I'll get that set up for you here. Slide her through and you're set. Real basic, real easy. The second step is setting it up. You know, one of the things I kind of forgot to mention is there's going to be a million different ways that you can set these things up. I'm just showing you how we set them up. Your buddies or someone might tell you different. Absolutely, there's tons of different ways. I'm just showing you the ways that we set them up that help us be more successful. So once I got that red clip on, then the next step, I take a yellow one. Now this yellow one is probably one of the weakest ones that there are, but it's key that you put this one up front. So what you do is you simply slide it over the post, just like this. Then you'll get some screws, see if I can find them here, and a nut that comes with it. So real basic, real simple. I do the screw through the bottom, up, and I put the nut up on top. Now it's a lock nut, so it's real basic. Then what I'll do is I'll hold that lock nut, take my screwdriver, and simply tighten that down. Now you might need a pliers if you need, if not, obviously it's good to go. That's super simple, super basic. This is the OR38 that we use a lot of the times for those sunfish, crappies, when you're pulling spinners in the weeds up high, or light crankbaits, anything from, you know, number 5, number 7 Shad Rap and down, Salmo hornets, anything that's super small, doesn't pull hard, stick baits, stuff like that.